If you've ever been on a flight and for some reason maybe your phone died or you ran out of reading material, you found yourself actually listening to the flight attendant's safety precaution announcement, you'd know that one of the things they always say is to place the oxygen mask above your nose and mouth and help yourself before helping others. Now, this is for practical reasons why they say this on a flight, but is actually also a mitzvah in the Torah of chayecha kodmin, that your life takes precedence over others. This seems to be directly contradicting the famous mitzvah in our parsha of V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, that you should love your friend just as you love yourself. Which one is it? Do I take priority or do I not take priority? So I'd like to share with you an amazing story about this, but the basic idea that the Rishonim give is referencing a Gemara in Shabbos, where Hillel explained that the idea is that something that you dislike, you should not do to your friend. And it is explained that of course your life comes first and takes precedence. However, what this mitzvah is telling us is how to treat others and how to think about others. That we have to think, how would I feel in a similar situation? How would I justify my actions if I was the one that did it? And then defend your friend and treat your friend the same way that you would like to feel. There was a couple that approached Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach in Yerushalayim. They let him know the wonderful news that they had a baby boy. However, they were having a dispute. They were arguing over the name of the baby. The husband wanted to name the child Yonatan after a relative of theirs, but the wife was adamant that she was not using that name. It was bad luck because a neighbor of theirs a few years back had a child with that name that passed away. And they were arguing back and forth, explaining their reasons to Rav Shlomo Zalman. After hearing both of their sides, he closed his eyes, he thought for a moment, and he told them, I don't think you should use that name, you should choose a different name. They listened without questioning and they chose a different name for their child. The wife was obviously happy about this, but the husband was disturbed. He didn't understand why. So a little while later, he bumped into Rav Shlomo Zalman in yeshiva and he asked him, can you explain to me why we couldn't use that name? Do we really believe in bad luck? And Rav Shlomo Zalman smiled and said, no, we don't really take that too seriously. However, try to picture this. Imagine you named your child Yonatan, and your wife has to call your child in for dinner. Yonatan, come inside. Or anytime she's calling your child. Your neighbor's going to hear that, and she's going to be in terrible pain. She's going to remember the loss of the child that she had, and that's the reason why I told you I don't think it's a good idea to use that name. What amazing sensitivity Rav Shlomo Zalman showed about thinking about that neighbor's feelings that they didn't even take into consideration. That is the mitzvah of V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. To try to think about, how would I feel, how would I act in a similar situation, how would I be affected, and that is how we should treat others. Have a great Shabbos.